WTAJ Sports with Jacob Kaucher.
Penn State gets a crack at the #1 team in the nation tonight. The Nittany Lions are visiting the defending national champs, top-ranked Ohio State. Now, all time, the Lions have struggled against #1. They've only beaten the top dog 4 times in 15 tries. And, well, Penn State is down 38-10 in the fourth quarter. Saquon Barkley, he's got almost 200 rushing yards. Deshaun Hamilton has Penn State's only TD of the game. Christian Hackenberg, he's been sacked 4 times. The Nittany Lions defense, meanwhile, having some issues in the red zone. All 5 Buckeye touchdowns coming from inside the 20. Jamie Baker is representing Nittany Nation in Columbus. Her highlights and some reaction from Penn State's players and coaches will be on the web at yournittany.com after the game. Pitt look to improve to 3-0 in ACC play this year. The Panthers visiting Georgia Tech. Pitt trailing by 7 in the first half. Nate Peterman over the middle to Tyler Boyd. What a grab. Boyd would become Pitt's career receiving leader in this game. This one all tied at the break. Still knotted late third quarter. Peterman looking for J.P. Holtz for the 6-yard score to put Pitt ahead. Georgia Tech's next drive capped by Marcus Marshall. He's a heck of an engineer. 28-28 at that point. Pitt would convert 2 fourth downs on its final drive to set this field goal try up. Chris Blewett, just enough leg. The 56-yarder is a new Pitt school record. The Panthers improved to 5-1 this season with the 3-point road win. St. Francis enters conference play with a winning record for the first time since 1992. The Red Flash, they're 3-2 with an extra week off to prepare for Wagner today to open the Northeast Conference slate. Guess the Macarena's back. Nobody told me. The St. Francis defense is swarming early. Lorenzo Jerome coming in to sack Alex Thompson. The Red Flash D would have 4 sacks in this game. SFU on the attack now. Marcus Bagley keeping his balance right there. Scooting 16 yards to the 5 before he's dragged out of bounds. Next play, Zach Dreyer to a wide-open Frank Felice. The big guy touchdown puts the Flash up by 2 scores. St. Francis racks up a school record 628 total yards of offense as the Red Flash roll to the 43-14 win. Some high school action this afternoon. Johnstown at Westmont Hilltop. The team's wearing throwback jerseys. Garfield for the Trojans, Upper Yoder for the Hilltoppers. Westmont up 7-0 in the second half. Johnstown's Jeremy Updike slinging it to Tavis Price just across the goal line to get the Trojans within a point. The Hilltoppers, though, punch right back. Evan DeLujos fighting through the line and into open space. The Gasher gets Westy into the red zone. A couple plays later, it's Brock Bennett getting just enough push here in the pile to break the plane. Toppers build a 22-6 lead. The Trojans claw right back down 10. Under 2 minutes to play. Updike extending things just long enough to spot Rashad Jordan Maines. The score gets Johnstown within 2 points, but it's Westmont Hilltop holding on to stun the Trojans 22-20, the final. In the West Pack, surging Conemaugh Valley playing host to Winburn. And Brandon Galasso, he's a huge part of the Blue Jays' success. Any game you watch this year, this guy's going to go big. The senior springs free to the outside. The early touchdown makes it 6-0 Conemaugh Valley. Same score in the second quarter. Bryce McLeister eyeing the end zone, tossing it up. Cody Gill bringing it in with the defender all over him. The Jays take a 2-score lead. Other end, the Ramblers give them a taste of the shadow. Shadow Smith fighting through 3 would-be tacklers for the touchdown. But on the ensuing kickoff, you know, I mentioned that Galasso name. Here he is again. He'd rush for a total of 209 yards, score 5 times, including this 75-yard return touchdown. Conemaugh Valley beats Winburn for the first time since 1996 to improve to 5-2 on the year. Elsewhere, State College gets back in the win column in the mid-pen with the 37-20 win at Harrisburg. Jordan Misher runs for 152 yards and 2 scores, passing the 1,000-yard mark for the year. The Penn State-Notre Dame rivalry is among the most storied in all of college sports, and there's a new chapter in that saga this weekend. The Nittany Lions and Fighting Irish are playing their first ever hockey series. Notre Dame took the first meeting Friday, 7-4, spoiling Penn State's home opener. Today, the Irish out to a 1-0 lead. Kenny Brooks, his shot gets stopped, but David Thompson comes charging in to poke in the loose puck to tie it at 1. retweets, not endorsements. In the second, Notre Dame on the power play finding Dylan Nomquist. He goes top shelf as the Irish reclaim the lead 2-1. PSU answers with a power play of its own. Brooks draws out the defenseman and feeds Chase Berger. He lights the lamp as Penn State pulls even. Minute and a half later, Lions up a man again. Alec Marsh cleans up the juicy rebound. The freshman gives Penn State its first lead of the night. Just moments after that, got a theme here. Ricky DeRosa forces the turnover. Matt Mendelson collects it, gives it right back for the score. Penn State goes on to grab its first home win of the season, 5-3. The Penguins looking for win number 2 of the year with Toronto in town. Less than 6 minutes into this one, Evgeny Malkin transitioning. No angle, no problem for Gino. The snipe gives the Pens the lead. Even better in slow motion. Malkin's second goal in as many games. Only 30 seconds later, Sergei Plotnikov's shot blocked. A long rebound to Ole Mata. He slaps it past Jonathan Bernier. The Penguins stack the W's 2-1 over the Maple Leafs. In junior hockey, the New Jersey Titans shut out the Tomahawks at the War Memorial. The Titans sweep the Hawks in their 2-game home opening series. And in some playoff baseball, the Royals beat the Jays. They take a 2-0 lead in the ALCS. The Mets win Game 1 of the NLCS 4-2 against the Cubs.
I'm a little happy about that one. Looks like the Penn State-Ohio State game just wrapped up on the little TV we've got over there.
Ohio State winning. I don't see a final score. Urban Meyer, though, celebrating with the Buckeyes as they take down the Nittany Lions.
Nobody told you the Macarena was back. I don't believe that. Your Northwestern Wildcats were doing that a couple weekends ago.
People are trying to teach me how to Dougie. They're trying to get me to whip a nene, but no Macarena
we don't need that,
yet.
but we're going to be back with the final check of weather after this.